Hi, I'm Brooklyn Wolf. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to not embarrass yourself in public, and I'd like to say I'm pretty talented at embarrassing myself in public, considering I fell down those stairs this morning. So last week I was at Macy's, and I was kind of in a rush. I was looking up and down at my shopping list, and I was walking really fast, and I happened to hit someone's shoulder. So I turned around to say I'm sorry, and that's when I realized it was a mannequin. And that everyone around me was laughing at me. So I left the store very embarrassed and never went back. It is easy not to embarrass yourself in public so long as you follow these rules. So we're going to start off with push and pull doors. This happens to the best of us. Don't be in a rush trying to open the door and leave, because you might try to push the door and it'll end up being a pull door and you'll smack your face into the glass. No one wants to see your face print on the door for the rest of the day. Watch which way the door opens. You should not have loud phone conversations in the middle of a public area. No one wants to know about your step-cousin's massive war, that your cat Geraldo just died, or that you still live in your mom's basement as a 43-year-old gamer. People are not laughing with each other. Every single one of them is laughing at you. If you need to make a phone call like that, save it for when you're not in a public area where everyone's going to be judging you. Sorry about Geraldo, but there's no need to let everyone know about your embarrassing life moments. Always make sure that your clothing isn't drawing the eyes of others. Everyone has that awkward wardrobe malfunction every so often, whether it's a plumber's crack, a stain, a rip, an unzipped fly, a dress that's a bit too short, or shirts, shorts, and skirts that reveal a little too much. No matter the malfunction, you made a mistake wearing whatever you're wearing, and you need to change that ASAP. My advice, so that you don't see yourself trending on Twitter the next day, check yourself out multiple times when you are in public, because people are looking at you for a reason, and it's not just because you're well known. Loud shoes are the worst ever. Hear me out here. Do not wear shoes that squeak or smack anytime you take a step. When you're in a store walking fast up, around, and behind people with your flipper feet slapping the ground, people are going to get a little tense. It stresses people out. Same goes for when it rains and you're squeaking around in your Crocs. Thank you. If you even consider wearing loud shoes, just don't do it. Take the couple of seconds to change them. It will do everyone a huge favor. Spending quality time with your lunch is never good. Please, for the love of all things, check your teeth after you eat. A white smile is much better than a speckled one. Ask anyone, I'm not wrong. We don't want to see your steak and taters from dinner last night. I'm sure your smile is beautiful, but not when this kale speck and your pearly whites are having some one-on-one time. Forgetting your wallet is a huge failure on your part. If you're going to go to a store or through a drive-thru or really anywhere, double and triple check that you have your wallet. There's no other stomach-dropping feeling like that of forgetting your wallet when you go to pay. Another short note with that. Make sure that you have the right amount of money to pay for your purchase. Being a couple cents short is a major hit to your self-esteem. It really puts a damper on your day and makes you seem like a total amateur at life. Always make sure that you first have your wallet, and secondly, have the right amount of money in your wallet to pay. No, they aren't waving at you. They're waving at the person behind you. I just know that every single one of you has been here. Someone waves at you, and you not only wonder, who is that? The thought pops into your head, are they waving at me? If you ever see someone who you don't know, you don't recognize them, and they're waving at you, don't wave back. You don't even know them. Why would they be waving at you? They're waving at the person behind you. Accidentally spacing out while staring at someone will scare the crap out of them. I guess you can't really help doing this, but just try not to stare people down, okay? You're going to scare the life out of whoever looks over to see you relentlessly staring them down. It's incredibly uncomfortable for that person, and they might just cry, as I would do personally. Please make sure your earbuds are plugged in and connected before you blast your music in front of everyone. Yes, I actually just had to say that. It's a quick check on your volume. Save yourself the humiliation of blasting One Direction to everyone around you and being looked and laughed at. It's really not worth it, and you will be very disappointed in yourself for not checking and then asking yourself, why is my music so quiet? Why is everyone looking at me? Great. Talking to yourself scares the people around you. Don't do it. You look absolutely insane. Stop it. You'll be talking to yourself in a store at some point, and people will think you're talking towards them. And you will get an, "Are you talking to me?" Well, that's just great. Now, how do you respond? "Sorry, ma'am, I was actually just talking to myself." That's awkward. Like, you're gonna look crazy. And no one wants to hear you talking to yourself. You will most likely never see that person again. However, that doesn't make anything less embarrassing. If you have a habit of talking to yourself in public, at least put your phone up to your ear so you look like a semi-normal person. The drive-thru worker isn't going to enjoy their food too. So let's talk about this real quick. If you go to get your food and you respond to the person giving it to you and telling you to enjoy with "Thanks, you too," you're just having a rough day. You can't disagree. That's almost as bad as paying and then just driving away without your food. And yes, people actually do that, myself included. Pay attention in the drive-thru, please. With all of this being said, you can save yourself from major embarrassment by practicing these simple pieces of advice. Please know I have learned this from experience, so you've heard from a professional.